Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Jess Writes a Book. I am Jess, and today we are going to be jumping into a new writing vlog. This one is going to be a little bit different than the ones that I have done in the past. I wanted to switch it up a little bit, bring a little bit of variety, and change things up a bit. So this is going to be a writing vlog, but it's also going to be a challenge vlog. I'm going to be using a wheel spinner. The website is called Wheel of Names, and I'm going to be using that to choose for the next week, every day for the next week, how long I will need to write for the day and what project I will be working on. So you'll see in the next clips how that's going to work, but I am basically going to be setting up this wheel to spin and choose from 1 hour up to 3.5 hours how long I'm going to work for the day, and then which project I'm going to work on. So like I said, I will show you guys that and explain it a little bit more in the next clip. But I think that this is going to be a really fun challenge. I'm going to be doing this every day for the next week. I want to see kind of how much I can challenge myself. If I get 3.5 hours, that is a lot to write in a day for someone who also has a full-time job and has a part-time job as well, and as someone who is always working on a bunch of different things. So I think it'll be a fun way to challenge myself, a fun kind of switch up for the channel, and just something different to do. So yeah, we are going to go backwards in time, the YouTube time space continuum, and we're going to go back to the past a few hours ago to when I set up the wheel and spun it for the first time, and it chose what today is going to look like for me. So let's go back. Okay friends, welcome back to the past a few hours. It is about 6 a.m. now. As you can see, I have my wheel set up here. I have it set up from half an hour up to 3.5 hours. I'm not going to go any longer than that because I doubt that I'll be able to do more than that. Honestly, 3.5 hours is probably pushing it as it is. So I have it broken down in kind of half-hour increments, and as you can kind of see on here, I also have my projects on here, the different projects and goals that I have for the week and for the rest of the month. And I'm going to go ahead and spin it and see what I get. I'll spin it twice. Once to get the amount of time I'm going to work for the day, and once to get the project or the first project I'm going to work on. If I get an extended amount of time, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, then I'll probably work in 15-20 minute increments and jump around between projects, so I'll keep spinning this wheel throughout the day. So let's go ahead and spin it, and the first thing I'm going to shoot for is for how long I'm going to be working today. So you guys get to do this with me real time and see what I get. That way there's no cheating, and you know that I'm actually really fully attempting this challenge for the week. Okay, so I'm going to work for 1 hour today. That should be fairly easy. I think I can probably break that up into 15-minute increments throughout the day, maybe once I'm at work, and get that done fairly easily. So let's see what the first thing that I'm going to work on is. I'm going to go ahead and spin again until I get not a number but one of the projects. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to work on is my serialized story, which is a good thing because I kind of need to work on it and get to it. So let's dive right in. Okay, so it is now later on. It's about almost 8 o'clock. I am going to be a little bit late for work, honestly, but that's okay. So I got up this morning. As you saw in the clips, I did about 10 minutes of my 60 minutes for the day. I focus on my serialized story. I'm going to get to work, get my emails done, kind of get this first reports that need to be sent in the morning, and then I will see if I can do another quick sprint. I did sprints with my friend Megan last night, and it was really productive. I got a bunch of stuff done. So I'm hoping that we can do sprints again today. Renee, my critique partner, and I are hoping to get some sprints in. So I'm hoping that it will be a productive Monday. This is the first week full week since we had to put Boston down. It has been a hard few days. We, don't really have any choice but to kind of move forward with work and with, all the things, all the parts of life. But there have definitely been moments of grief and sadness, and it just kind of hits me out of nowhere. Definitely, like when we're coming home and he's not there to say hello to, or his little head isn't popping up from behind one of the pillows on the couch when we come home, or he's not there to say goodbye to. When it comes time to feed the other two dogs and he's not there, we cleaned his bowl. We cleaned his bowl out for the last time, and we'll be keeping it. And we put one of his old collars on Dobby, just as a little reminder. And especially at night, he used to cuddle up. He would sleep right between Nick and I. He would sleep either right between Nick and I, or kind of cuddle up on the side of one of us. And we slept with him for 14 years, so not having him there is definitely hard at night. It is definitely an adjustment, and I know it's going to be hard for Nick because he is the one who was home with Boston primarily during the day. When I go to work, he was there with him for 8 hours. I've been at my new job where I've been working in office for 6 months now, so for the past 6 months, Nick has been the one home with Boston every day, and so there are times like that when we're really used to having him around. When I'm working in my office, he would sleep underneath the blanket, that would usually have draped over my lap, sleep under the blanket like on top of my feet. And Dobby would cuddle underneath there with him, so now when Dobby's under there, but Boston's not, that's when it's hard. So I know it's going to take time. There's going to be sadness, there's going to be grief, we're always going to miss him, but, I think it's going to hit the hardest now, obviously, for the next little bit. So we're just taking it one day at a time, one moment at a time. I'm just kind of letting the grief and sadness kind of come and go as they will, and just letting my heart, my emotions just kind of lead the way, and definitely using this challenge as a bit of a distraction. So I thank you guys for watching this and following along and being so supportive. And yeah, I am going to get to work. I am listening to Blood Over Bright Haven still. I'm 21 chapters in, I think. It doesn't tell me, but I think I'm like 70% in, so I should hopefully be finishing it here in the next couple of days. So I'm going to listen to that, get to work, and then I will check back in when I jump into my next.
Hey guys, it is about lunchtime now. I just finished having my lunch, and I'm going to jump into a quick 10-minute sprint. So we're going to turn the camera around, and I will spin my wheel, and we will see what I'm going to work on next. Okay, so here's my wheel. I'm going to go ahead and spin and shuffle, and that will go. Videos. Okay, I'm gonna find myself a couple of videos to watch on writing, editing, drafting, all the things. So let's see what I find. I need to plug my laptop in though. Actually, maybe I'll pull it up on my iPad and charge the laptop. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those back in. And let me grab them.
Business online in minutes with the power of AI. With the perfect name, a great logo, and a beautiful website. Just start with a domain, a few clicks. Today we are going to take a look into my mind, and what I've learned is that my writing brain is dark, confusing, chaotic, but what did that do? You have 1 minute to make it 1 minute.
Okay guys, I did my 10 minutes of video watching while I was at work. I'm back home now. I'm sitting on the couch hanging out. Nick is upstairs with my stepdad putting up a TV, and I am going to do some writing. I am about 20 minutes into my hour for today's challenge, so I'm going to keep working while they're doing that. So I'm going to do a screen grab of me spinning my wheel and see what my next project is going to be. Okay guys, it is about 9:30 now. I'm about to hop in the shower and get ready for bed. But as you saw, I did hit my 1 hour goal. I actually went a little bit over for the day. So that was a great start to the challenge. I was able to kind of get my head back into my serialized story. I watched a couple of videos about writing and outlining and just like story structure and just learning about writing everything like I wanted. And I was also able to edit and review another 2 chapters of Twisted Loyalties, which was great because I had written parts of those chapters, like I kept switching back and forth between the tense. Like I kept writing things in the past tense instead of like the present, and I had to go back and fix that, so I was able to do that. And yeah, it was a good day. I got a decent amount of stuff done, especially with how busy work has been. I'm gonna go through and kind of check off things on my planner, and then I'm gonna go hop in the shower and I'm gonna do some reading tonight. I did finish Blood Over Brighthaven, which was so good. It may already, I think, gonna be my favorite book of the year. It was so good. And I'm gonna be starting Onyx Storm tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. I also honestly don't remember a lot of Iron Flame, if I'm being honest. I remember the ending, but I don't remember like too much of it. But I'm just gonna dive right into Onyx Storm, and then I have a few arcs that I need to read for February that I'm diving into. But I will talk to you guys about those tomorrow morning when I hop back onto my spinner wheel, and we'll see what my work time is for tomorrow morning. So we'll see you then. Good morning, friends. It is Tuesday now. I have my coffee here, and it is about 6 o'clock, so I think I have about half an hour, 45 minutes until I need to start getting ready for work. So let's go ahead and jump into today's challenge. So I'm going to open up my wheel here, and I'm going to shuffle it, and we're going to go ahead and decide what we're doing today, or what we're doing this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this a little bit. And alright, let's go ahead. Okay, so we got 2 hours today. Yesterday I was able to do the 1 hour fairly simply. I got through it pretty well. And earlier, not super early in the day, it was in the evening, but I could have kept working if I really needed to. So I think 2 hours is doable. So now let's see what the first project we're gonna work on today is. I'm gonna go ahead and take the times out so it's easier. Shuffle that. Okay, and we're gonna work on the serialized story again. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. Okay, so I didn't get to do any writing this morning because just as I went to start, I have a new client for my VA job, and she called me and wanted to do our first meeting, talking about what I'm gonna be working on for her, getting her brand kit set up and all those things. So I ended up spending like an hour on the phone with her, getting all of her stuff set up. So I didn't get to do my stuff this morning. So I'm in my office now. I'm on lunch. I have a little Campbell's chicken noodle soup. I love keeping these on hand, especially during the winter when I am freezing and I just want something quick and easy for lunch. I will just warm one of these up. So I have this. I'm going to drink this while I work on my serialized story, and I have some Disney music playing. If you've ever if you like Disney, or if you just like having really ambient music, there's a channel called Here with the Magic, and they film binaural, 3D binaural sounds all throughout Disney World, different attractions, different areas of the parks, all kinds of things. I love their channel. I will link it down below. So that is what I'm listening to today while I get to work on Silent Strip. So I'm gonna jump right in. Hey guys, welcome back. So it is Wednesday the 29th now. Yesterday ended up being a really good day. I got over 1,200 words written in my serialized story. I went over at my time. Monday I had an hour, yesterday I had 2 hours, for a total of 3 hours worked so far this week, and I am at 4.5 hours. So I've gone, or just shy of 4.5 hours. So I've definitely gone over, got a lot of work done. I ended up finally finishing my chapter by chapter outline yesterday, which I'm really excited about. And then today I discovered a outlining template from, what is her name? Ari's Pages, I think is her name, on YouTube. I will link her down below. She had a really nice outlining Google sheet that has a bunch of other information that I hadn't included in my outline, but I want to. So I'm gonna try and use that. I think I might shift the outline I did yesterday to that Google sheet and use her template. So that's probably what I'm going to do here on lunch, but I do also have some VA work that I need to do too. So I have my lunch. I'm going to spin the wheel, see how much I need to work today, and then I'll probably do my VA work before I do anything else. So let's spin the wheel and see what we get for today. Okay guys, so I got 2.5 hours for today. Not gonna lie, that kind of is a lot, especially because later in the day, it's already noon, 12:30, and we have an event that we might be going to at church tonight, so I won't have as much time tonight either. I'm not 100% sure if we are going to the church event. If we do, I may end up having to count that hour extra that I did, hour and a half extra that I did yesterday towards today's, because otherwise I don't think I will finish it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my VA work, and then if I have time I will jump into or I'll come and do the wheel again to see what product to work on, and then we'll just kind of play it by ear today and see how it goes. Hey guys, so I am home now. It is several hours later. It is 9:30. We just got home from our church event about 10 minutes ago. Nick hopped in the shower real quick. I will hop in after him. I'm going to have to use that extra hour and a half that I had from yesterday towards today's time, because there's no way that I'm going to get 2.5 hours in. I didn't get anything in earlier today. I think my last clip was when I was on lunch. Didn't get anything in then because I was doing some VA work. So I have an hour and a half left over from yesterday, so I was doing about an hour to try to do tonight. So I'm going to do what I can now while Nick is showering and everything, and then I'll probably finish up and wrap up the hour once I get out of the shower. So yeah, I'm going to turn actually, you know what? No, I was going to use the wheel of names to choose what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do that. I used it to choose the time for the day. I want to work on the new outlining template that I found on Ari's pages. So I think I already have it downloaded. If not, I'll download it again, and I'm going to transition everything that I wrote into my outline yesterday to this new outline. I really kind of want to have a good foundation and know where I'm going as I start creating my scene cards and getting ready to start drafting in February. So also, from the quick glance that I took at the outlining template earlier today, I think that it's kind of set up to sort of act as scene cards and be a way for you to already kind of plan out those scenes. So we'll see how I end up doing it. If I actually do cards, I usually have actual index cards that I will use for scene cards. If I can do them just on this template, I might end up just doing that. Maybe I'll eventually do the physical cards so I can kind of keep them up on a wall. I like to have them easily visible for as I'm drafting. Maybe I'll do both. That way, if I'm writing at work, I still have the scene cards on me in a digital version, and then when I'm working here at home, I'll have them in front of me. So yeah, that is actually what I'm gonna work on tonight, because I feel like it, and I might as well take advantage of it while I'm feeling in the mood and motivated. So I'm gonna jump into that, and we'll see how much of this time I can get down while Nick is in the shower. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Thursday, January 30th. Today is day 4 of this writing challenge. Yesterday, I did not hit my goal. I was 26 minutes shy of hitting my goal for the day. I finished my timer off at 5 hours and 4 minutes. I was trying to get to 5.5. That's okay. Not every day is going to be a win. Yesterday was a busy day at work, and we had our church event, so it is what it is. We're going to start over today, and we're going to keep going. I did get most of or not, that's not true, not most of, but I got a good portion of that outlining template that I was telling you guys about last night filled out. I got all of the beats added in. Ari had it set up for the like save the cat beats. I went in and changed them out and added the beats that are in romancing the beat, so they're a little bit different, basically the same thing, but they're set up for a romance. So I went and switched those out. I kind of figured out a general like chapter structure and when each of those beats is going to happen in what chapter, and I think this morning I'm going to go through and continue filling out the rest of it. So I have my wheel pulled up. We're going to spin and see how much we need to work today, or how long we need to work today. I've been watching YouTube. I was watching, I started off watching Read and Knit with Cheryl. I watched her 24 favorite books of 2024. That was great. I loved hearing her talk about all the books she read. I watched Sarra Cannon's new video, which is like her plan with me for February, and now I'm watching Ian's like day in the life video. So I'm gonna watch that while I spin the wheel and keep working on this outlining template. I do have to leave a little bit earlier today because I have to go have a lab done this morning before I go to work. So I have about half an hour, I think. So I'm gonna do this for a little bit, get up, get dressed, do all the things, go get my labs done, and get into work. I think work is gonna be busy again today because we received some paperwork for an employee who needs to be out, or who wants to be out, I should say, for like an entire year, which is crazy. So I gotta figure all that out. And unfortunately last night we found out about the American Airlines plane crash in Washington DC, which is horrible news. And I hurriedly texted my cousin who lives in, well, she lives in Maryland, but she works for the government. She works for the Census Bureau and travels back and forth to Washington DC. My aunt, her mom, flies back and forth a lot, so I was like making sure my aunt wasn't on a flight, because at the time we didn't know where the flight had come from. Now we know. I think they said it came from Wichita, Kansas, but at the time we didn't know. So I was like freaking out, making sure nobody I knew, was on the flight. Very sad news for last night. It seems like 2025 is just one bad thing after another, which I think a lot of us saw coming, unfortunately. But anyways, I don't want to get into a whole rant. I'm gonna turn the camera around so that I can spin the wheel, see how long we have to work today, or how long we get to work today, I should say, and then put Ian's vlog back on and get to work. Okay, 2.5 hours again. I think it's doable, being that I'm starting out earlier this morning. I don't have as many meetings today as I did yesterday, so even though I think work will be busy, I don't think it'll be as busy as it was yesterday. So I think it'll be doable. We also don't have an event tonight like we did yesterday, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started now. I can probably get about half an hour's worth of work done now, and like I said, I'm not gonna spin the wheel to find out what I'm working on, because I want to continue working on that outline template, which I have here. So I'm gonna work on that, watch the rest of Ian's vlog, and then I will catch back up with you guys probably once I'm in the car on the way to work.
There's nothing more stressful than being on the 401 and there's just like snow everywhere and everyone's going 30.
Okay guys, we are at about 5 hours and 30 minutes now. I'm working, or about 34 minutes now. I'm working for just a little over 30 minutes. I got a lot of the scene descriptions filled in for chapters 1 through 3. In this template, it's going really well. I feel like this is really going to give me a good like basis and like stepping stone or stepping stones for when I start drafting in February. I'm about to get up and get dressed for work really quick and then head out to go do my labs. I watched Ian's vlog, now I'm watching Renee's vlog, and yeah, so it's just been kind of a YouTube morning, a little bit of work morning, and then now it's time to get up and get going. So I will bring you guys along for the day. I will check back in once I will check back in with you guys once I know what I'm going to be working on next. Yeah, so it's later now. It's like 8 o'clock on Thursday. We're working with some different angles here, so we'll see how I like this. I'm trying out some new things now that I have the stuff up behind me. You can see a couple of those pictures fell. I need to get some command strips or something to put those up. But today was a really good day. I ended up doing like 4 hours of work. I am currently at 11 hours and 32 minutes of work, and I think when I started this morning, I was at like 6.5. I think, I don't remember exactly, but I did about 4 hours of work today, so really happy with that. That was great. I managed to get I managed to get all of the chapters filled in on this template, so I think I have a really good starting point, a really good roadmap. I'm happy with kind of what kind of brainstorming happened and what came out of filling in this template. I took a lot of time. You can see Dobby playing back there. I took a lot of time earlier today. While I was at work, I kind of took breaks and spent some time filling this in. It wasn't like 4 hours all at once. It was spread out throughout the day. But I got it done. I'm really happy with it. I have, let's see. I ended up doing 1, 2, 3. So including the epilogue, there are, you guys, I literally just counted that number. This is how my ADHD works. Literally just counted that number. And in the second I stopped to tell you guys, including the epilogue, I forgot what the number was. I think it was 17. Pretty sure it was 17. Beats from Romancing the Beats. So 17 beats got me 19 chapters, including the epilogue, which came out to be 101 scenes. So that is the structure right now. I don't know if that will remain the structure once I actually start drafting. Obviously things could shift around. I could end up adding more scenes, taking some away. We'll see what happens, but I think I have a really good starting point. I feel like I've never had like this solid of an idea before. And things kind of shifted and changed just as I was going through and adding these scenes. And like I said, I'm really happy with where it's sitting right now. This week has been super productive. Between doing this challenge, which has been actually a lot more motivating than I anticipated, but I've also been doing a lot of sprints during the day with Renee and my friend Megan, kind of alternating between doing alternating between doing sprints with both of them whenever either of them is available. Work has been really good. I've gotten a lot of stuff done, a lot of big projects done at work. It's been busy, but I feel like I'm being productive and really getting things finished. And just in the 4 days of this week I have finished plotting Project J&J. I went and did like a romancing the beat sheet for Project J&J. Then I turned that into this actual timeline, which is a chapter by chapter outline. And then I went through and did all of the scenes. I have also edited one vlog. I'm in the process of editing a second. I added 1,200 words to my serialized story. I edited another chapter and a half of Twisted Loyalties. So this week has been super productive. I may end up doing more of these because, like I said, it has been really good. I've been really productive. I don't know if I'm just kind of bouncing back after last week and just kind of using it as a distraction. I'm sure that's part of it, but I will take what I can get. So yeah, the rest of this template, she still has, this template's really great. I think I'm definitely going to end up using this for future stories. I also had a couple of story ideas, I think, that I need to just kind of write down and put away. Because if I let myself run away with them, I will, and I'll end up totally forgetting about Project J&J. So I don't want to do that. So I need to write those down. I've been kind of thinking about them, and I need to write them down and just let them be for now. But this template is amazing. So it has like the acts broken down already into, it's basically a 4-act structure. Each of the plot points, she originally had the Save the Cat plot points in here, and I went and switched them out for the Romancing the Beat plot points. She has chapters on here, she has scenes, like the scene numbers, and then a space for scene descriptions, and then she has columns to go through for each scene and talk about the action in the scene, so the goal, the conflict, what the disaster of the scene is, what are the stakes and consequences in each scene, what is the urgency and likelihood of each scene. And then she has a part in here that says sequel, so there's the action, and then there's the sequel, conflict of each scene, what is the character arc progression for each scene, and what is the through line progression for each scene. I don't know that I will use all of those for every single scene. I'll probably go in and fill out like the big ones, the ones that I really know. I might not do it for kind of like the filler scenes. But there are a few really big like plot points throughout, or like big moments, and I feel like those I could probably use some of these boxes in these different areas for. So that'll kind of be my next goal, to fill that out. Tomorrow's the last day of January, so maybe I'm hoping, or not hoping, I'm going to start drafting in February. I don't know that I'll fill this all out tomorrow, but maybe over the weekend, and then maybe next week I will start drafting, and we'll start February with a drafting vlog. Yeah, so I'm very happy with this week's progress. I do have, I did some VA work when I got home, sent some videos off for approval to my client. I need to put together like a mock-up feed for my new client, because I'm starting, I technically start with her on Saturday, but her posting schedule is going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I have until Monday to kind of get that going for her. I have some emails that I need to send out for my client as well, and stuff that I usually do like at the end of the month to set up for him for the new month. So I'll probably try to do that stuff. Tomorrow, I would really like to kind of maybe take the weekend off and spend the weekend reading, because I do have a decent amount of not reels. Why do I keep saying reels? So a decent amount of arcs for February. I think there's 3 or 4, maybe 5, maybe. I also have our book club read for the month, which is Lessons in Chemistry. I'm reading Onyx Storm, or listening to, I guess, Onyx Storm. What else? There's a couple other books that I have in from the library that I want to get to too. So I might spend like this weekend be kind of focused on reading and take a break, since I have accomplished so much this week. But we're not done yet. We still have, I haven't decided if I'm going to do this vlog through the weekend. If I end up taking the weekend off, then I probably won't. But we'll see. This vlog will either end tomorrow. Tomorrow will either be the last day, or I will carry it through to over the weekend. Which I don't think I'm going to, though. I think I'm going to carry it through tomorrow so that I can do whatever work and do the spinner tomorrow and see how much time I get. And then if anything, I'll probably end it Saturday morning. So yeah, it's been a really good day so far. It's been a really good week. Like I said, this has been successful. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I know there has been a lot less like lifestyle type stuff in this vlog. I was really feeling behind the last couple of weeks, so I really wanted to do a writing focused vlog so that I could kind of get my head back in the game, and that has worked tremendously. So I thank you guys so much for any support you give this vlog, for watching it, and for coming along with me on this little experiment. So I will see you guys in the morning for day 5 of my writing challenge.